What's going on, guys? Larry here. Hopefully you guys are having a great week. I hope you're crushing your goals, crushing your workouts, crushing your nutrition, and all that type of jazz. Before we get started though, I want to ask if you can like and subscribe to the channel. You just hit that little red thing, red button, whatever it is, on the right up under the video. Give me a like, give me a subscription. We'll be definitely pumping out some more content for you. But wanted to talk to you all today is that we're essentially, the first month of the new year is over. A lot of people are working to accomplish their fitness goals, and some haven't even started. And they're paralyzed at the thought of trying to find a gym. So my video today is making a case for joining a hardcore or a locally owned gym rather than going to a chain gym. And then I'll make a brief case for joining a chain gym, right? So the first thing that we want to think about is, what do you want inside of a gym, right? You know, some people want saunas, some people want swimming pools, some people want classes, other people just need weight. That's it. They need weights, a couple of good machines, some heavy dumbbells, and then they go about their business. So the main thing that you want to think about when you're choosing a facility is internally, what do I need to accomplish a good workout? What do I need to accomplish my goals in trying to get to where I want to go physically? So that's something that you'll have to think about. Obviously, the facility that you pick has to have some things in there that if you're dealing with an injury, or you have dealt with an injury in the past, and that muscle or that tendon flares up, that you can work around it. So it's important for you to have those things, those machines that allow you to work around said injury. So now that we've gotten that out the way, the second thing that we want to consider is what type of environment are we comfortable in? So this is where I'm going to make a case for the hardcore gym. So, you know, in recent years, with the advent of Planet Fitness type facilities, we've run into a wall. And what I mean by that is that we've run into a wall with people who will not train anywhere. And I'm not trying to point barbs at anybody when I say this, that involve any type of work. And what I mean by that is that when you join a place like Planet Fitness, it's not very conducive to putting the work in, right? So this is slight gym elitism, but also at the same time, with a guy like me who's been in here, who's been inside the sphere of bodybuilding, fitness industry, whatever have you, for most of his adult life. In fact, damn near all of his adult life. I kind of speak from a place of experience and going to different facilities. So when you step inside of a place like Planet Fitness, that is not an environment that is conducive to discipline, right? For God's sakes, they got Pizza Fridays. How does that help you if you're on a diet or you're trying to clean up your diet? It doesn't, right? So you have to match up what you're trying to accomplish with the facility, and if that environment will help you accomplish that. Like, environment is very important. I don't care what anybody says, oh, the discipline's all in your head, it's in your heart. Environment is very key. All right. I have 3 different locations of the same gym that I frequent, and then I have a separate gym that I frequent, and then I actually have a chain gym that I have for me and my wife that we frequent. So, and I go to all different locations, and it really depends upon what I'm training in that day and that mood that I'm in of where I will go. Sometimes I'll decide the night before. Like this morning, I didn't decide until I was on the expressway headed to one gym, and I pivot and go to another. So environment is absolutely key. And I'm asking you guys that when you pick your environment that you want to be a part of, that is conducive to work. Okay, it's not going to push laziness. It's not going to restrict you. Okay, you're gonna have a little bit of freedom when you step inside of a gym that's hardcore, right? Because you're expected to go in and work. So that's where I'm coming from with that. And then the next thing is affordability. All right. You can peruse Al Gore's internet and see that inflation is beating us down right now, right? But what I urge you guys is that instead of framing it having to do something, frame it in a way that you get to do something, right? So if you get to go to the gym, pick a quality gym, okay? Pick a gym that's going to help the local community, employ local people, and pour money back into the community. Case in point, the only chain gym that's really here in Omaha are a couple. You got a couple. You got Anytime Fitness, but the big dog in town is Genesis Health Clubs. Genesis Health Clubs is not a local business, right? They're not going to pour money back into the community to help improve the living conditions of said community. They're not going to do fun. They're not going to do toy drives. They're not going to do food drives or anything like that. They're not going to do back to school drives. The gym that I'm a part of, Iron Heaven, does all that, right? So when you're picking a facility, make sure that if it is locally owned, they're doing stuff like that. No, it doesn't relate to training, but it's nice to train at a place where you're not restricted, where you could be a little bit free, and then also at the same time they care for their fellow man and they care about the community that they serve. So that's kind of off topic, but that's just something I wanted to share. Also, when picking a facility, note the hours, right? That's what a lot of people don't look at. They think that you have these set amount of hours and you can try to fit in the workout, right? But I get it. We're busy adults. I had my kids all day today. I was off Monday and Tuesday from work. I go back to tomorrow and I have my kids with me. So a gym closing at 10 or 11 after they go to sleep, even if I trained on a month, even if I trained after work or, after my wife got off work, it wouldn't bode me well, right? So for me, if it's not a 24/7 gym, at least certain days, then it's a no-go for me. So you have to understand that and plan that if you do have a life change and you have to go to the gym earlier or later, that facility can accommodate that. If they can't accommodate that, then you have to keep on looking. Another thing that you want to think about is proximity to where you live at, where you work at. Where I work, here in Omaha, I'm down the street from the chain gym that I frequent. It's not the best location. In fact, I'll be quite honest with you, I hate it so very much because it's antiseptic, it's very upper middle class, hoity-toity, my paycheck's better than yours type of vibe, right? But I go there because number one, really the main reason is that I can get the work in despite the environment, right? The environment absolutely sucks dick. Like, it sucks. But if I'm able to get the work in and just kind of slog through it, then that's something that I need to keep in mind, or you should keep in mind. If you have a gym that is not the best in the environment, but you're still able to get the work in, then obviously you put the work in before the environment. Now, again, that kind of contradicts what I said earlier about Planet Fitness, but in my opinion, you can't get no real work done at Planet Fitness, and everyone that works out at Planet Fitness, their physique shows it. So that's just me. There are exceptions to that rule. Like, please don't message me talking about, well, I work out at Planet Fitness and I have a six-pack. I'm so fucking glad for you, but moving on. Another thing that you want to keep in mind too is the array of equipment. Some locally owned gyms don't have that great of equipment, so you're forced to go to your chain gym. But some locally owned gyms have a plethora of equipment because it's ran by people who care, people who give a shit about the facility that they have and the service that they provide. So I encourage you all, if you're still in the hunt for a gym, to look at a lot of the equipment. Okay? Look at a lot of the equipment. And I'll be quite honest with you, if you decide to join a hardcore independent gym, you're going to pay a little bit of money. You know, one of my memberships for my gym is $50. You know, the other one is $40. So you really have to think about you really have to think about the financial aspect of joining these gyms, right? Like I said, independent will cost more, but it'll be so much more worth it in the end because, again, you're not restricted by a lunk alarm or something of that nature. Now I'm going to advocate for the chain gym, right? So the good thing about Planet Fitness is that they're everywhere, right? Even if you live in West Screwball, Timbuktu, Wyoming, there will more than likely be a Planet Fitness. So if you're in that type of situation, you can always get a home gym. But if you don't have that ability to get a home gym, then understand that you're going to be confined with a place like Planet Fitness. Again, getting the work in over environment. Environment extremely important, but if your hand is forced, always put the work above the environment and let the environment kind of take care of itself, because it normally does. That's about it. That's all I can really think of as far as choosing a facility. Oh yes, here's another intangible that no one seems to think about, right? I'm an advocate of traveling to gyms. When I was living back home in Chicago, I lived on 92nd and Cottage. Okay, so basically I lived on one end of the city, which was the south side. Quad's gym was on the other end of the city, which is the north side, Boys Town, Lakeview area. I would take the bus, or I would take the train, the bus and the train to get to Quads. I say that to say is that my trips were rarely impeded by weather or anything like that, because you know Chicago doesn't stop for a little bit of snow. They did a couple of days ago, but I won't hold that against them. But in any event, they don't stop for a little bit of snow. But if, again, West Timbuktu, Wyoming, if your gym is a ways from you, like 20 minutes or something like that, and that road is impacted by any type of severe weather, just plan to take the day off. That's an intangible that people don't think about, road conditions when you're going to the gym. Are these roads clear when I go to the gym? You know, things of that nature. So, you know, everybody's intangibles are different. Those are mine. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt that if roads aren't clear when I'm going to Iron Heaven, they will be clear, and I'll be able to get there in a rather timely manner. So, but that's all I got. Hopefully you guys didn't fall asleep on me or anything like that. But again, like and subscribe to the channel. Travel to your gyms, people. Travel to your gyms. You know, work hard in your gyms. And again, Planet Fitness, in my opinion, is not one of those places. So continue to work hard, continue to expand your knowledge base, and remember, hard work will always prevail, and we'll see you next time.